Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Northwest Pizza and Pasta, where if you think the pizza is good, try hands down the best wings in the valley. Nobody does wings like NWP. Order now online for takeout and delivery, and they're operating at like 25% capacity. Morg hasn't let me know otherwise, so you can pull up. If you're one of the first people there, you can actually sit down and enjoy your meal with the most excellent staff in, what is that, the Siskiyou Valley, Jackson Valley? I don't know, man. It's been forever since I've been a member or lived in Ashland or what have you. But every time I do, I slide through Northwest Pizza, get the JoJo's. I put Poe and them on JoJo's, changed their life. They still haven't thanked me, but it's good.
I need to get up there.
Yeah. It's one of them. Today's episode is powered by the REEF Studios, Black-owned studio.
My bad.
The REEF Studios, black-owned studio in the heart of downtown Oakland, run by myself, OG Jaron, Brian Simmons, Lucas Boylan. Right now on IG, the REEF Studios, follow and inquire about booking your time here. Multi-track and voiceover, audiobook, podcast, you name it, we could do it. And special announcement coming very soon by none other than our own Alexius Franklin, who is producing another show and is filmed and produced here from the Reef. So that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait till that is ready. Shout out to OG Jaron for putting that together. Our brother Passwords for being the first guest. Yes, and sir. Jane Hancock for being one of the first guests. Excited for those to come to life. Today's episode is powered by Uplifters Black-owned Domino Company by our brother Janelle. They just recently dropped their show, The Winning Formula, which I had the honor and privilege of being their first guest. And it is also produced by our brother Let's Bubble Productions, Alexius Franklin.
Hey.
Man, you running it up, man. What you got going on?
We just doing little tallies. Don't worry.
Numbers on the board. Winning Formula is out now. Visit uplifters.com to watch the first episode. Order your own personalized set of custom dominoes. And if you're really feeling frisky, Grand National has their own. You see it. The custom wood box. Oh, and it's not. Oh, that's caught a lot of bodies on these.
I was about to say.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Wait, so I know we doing ads right now, but I definitely got accused of sitting in here and making up imaginary people to play with and making myself the winner. So, but wait, it was against the nigga that was actually here and was like, man, he made that up.
So that's what Monty be doing in this studio.
I'll be in the...
That's why he get here early. He just be putting the
playing chess by yourself is one thing, but to set up the dominoes and to be four different people is pretty sick. You gotta admit, like that's some.
You just working through all your strategies.
What? If they do this, I would have did, man. And last and never not least, today's episode is powered by Let's Bubble Productions. Our brother Alexius Franklin, filmmaker, director, producer, you name actor.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming. He makes the show look and feel great, and we go right to YouTube. We go to IG, and everybody tap in, and content just looking real put together. Got me looking like a billionaire every time. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I can't say enough about everything that he does. Grateful that not only the show is booming, but all your other productions are booming, Lex. So thank you. With that being said, let's start the show. So Meet the Brave podcast. I am Monty Draper.
I am LG.
Lex BUB.
And we're back in the lab, fellas. How are y'all? What's going down? L came in here with party gifts, so I don't know where today is gonna go. I'm just gonna encourage everybody to hold on.
Hey, I'm looking at the topics, and it's gonna be a good day. Also, shout out Uplifters for that. I wore the shirt yesterday, and that shit is a perfect fit. So. I don't know if that's because like that nigga was able to eye that out, like he gave me the perfect shirt, or if that's like the product. But good shit, bro.
Shirts are mad specific. So I definitely felt the same way the first time I wore mine. I was like, this is interesting. The cotton, this must be 70-30.
I was trying to figure that out.
This ain't typical, man. Shout out, Janelle.
This must be that Egyptian cotton. Breathing all right.
The breathe. Hey, it's gotta breathe right.
Breathe,
things
man.
You start to pay attention to. First off, thanks to our YouTube viewership growing, the subscriptions, man. Lex, thank you, bro. Like even when we're remote, and how you're able to pull clips and still give it this feel. And in this man, he must have knew the Apple keynote was happening early because you got your desktop rather fast, and then we did the Zoom episode last week, and L was in 8K or whatever that was. I'm like, that shit looks amazing, bro.
They're gonna have to upgrade my shit, or I'm going to trade mine in because they just announced that Apple chip, and I need that.
Oh man,
the power in that Apple chip is gonna be nuts. So yeah, give me that.
Yeah, shout out to our YouTube viewership, our Apple podcast subscribers, our Spotify podcast subscribers, Simplecast, Castbox, Stitcher, you name it. Thank you all, especially as podcasts are in this true like evolving space and trying to figure out what are things going to go to, like, and so the consumer, like, we're having to do a really really thorough job in educating the consumer. So please, our listeners, listen very, very close the next few weeks as we try to adopt and adapt and figure out some new things and figure out potential paywalls and all these different things to only to enhance the show, enhance the experience, and as the world opens and possibly
don't let me be behind no paywall.
L behind the paywall could get crazy.
if you really want to hear us on his mind,
it's like, wait, no one can cancel us? Okay, yeah. This is how I really feel.
Yeah.
Oh man. With that, any announcements, anything, or can we just get to the shit? Because I feel like we're gonna have an excellent show.
We can get to the shit.
Is it anything? I don't think it's anything. Oh, Grand National meetup was yesterday. Thank you to everybody who pulled up, and we got special guests Gigi and Coco. That was when am I gonna be old enough for my mom and my grandma not to embarrass me in front of my partners?
Never.
I mean, I'm at the lake doing big rapper shit. I got my chain out, rolling weed, kicking it, talking shit, and then here they come and just none of it matters anymore. My mom proceeded to tell them all the craziest stories, and grandma just co-signed. Yeah. So that was that. Yeah,
that's the spot they're going to occupy for the rest of their life, man.
No, man, it was really really dope. Shout out Alicia for just everything she's doing in and around wellness. I went and got the most awesome stretch this week. Did a 50-minute stretch session with her.
You got that Watson?
What's the Watson? What the Watson do? What the?
I love that you circled around it like that too. That's perfect. That is perfect.
Lex. We're not gonna have a show.
Inquiring minds. We're
not gonna have a show too much longer. So, edit. I don't know. I have no idea.
Actually, I think we about to go on a run.
That shall stay. That shall stay.
Oh my God. So, in an attempt to promote wellness and taking care of yourself, please tap in with E. Yeah, outside of that, man, I don't know what to say. This nigga's wild.
Monty asked for the small towel. Let me get the face towel, please.
the fact that he...
Give me the finest face towel, please.
Okay, so we fully haven't gone in on the Deshaun Watson shit, and maybe perhaps it's too soon. How sick you got to be to ask for the face towel, though,
bro? Throw that sheet away. That ain't gonna do it for me. I need
not you. You went from the sheet, skip the dry towel. Man, even if you did the little hand towel that be on the rack, like the mid-size towel.
Yeah.
He said, nah. Give me the face towel.
Give me the face jump.
All right, let's stop. Because L was like, yep, this me right here. This me right here.
Oh yeah, and excuse if I have any lisp but whatsoever. I have these fucking Invisaligns in, so that shit is I'm gonna have like a hell of a lisp going on for a bit.
How you feel? What's that journey like the
it's just commitment, bro. Like it literally is just commitment. Like your shit gonna hurt like a motherfucker. You gotta take Advils. And
damn,
that shit. It's just a process because it's just multiple stages to it. So Right now, it's just moving the bone structure in your jaw, basically. So.
And the Invisalign does that. It's
Yeah. They put these pointers on your teeth, and then dry the brace around it, and then you can pull it out. And then, of course, but you got to keep it on for 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
Damn.
And my process is gonna be like 150 days or whatever if I can do it straight. So.
You do it if you stay on it. That's what it's hella funny. Bomani was kept producing his show during his process. There's a few podcasters that I listened to that were like, you as a fan is like, well, it ain't no way for y'all not to go on this journey with me because I gotta wear these motherfuckers like if it's actually gonna work.
Yeah.
But Bose is just the funniest because he's like, fam, like y'all gotta understand, like this shit with my teeth has been a battle my whole life. Like, you forget how smart you think you are. Like he's like that confidence and whatever. So he's like, y'all gotta go on this journey with me because I can't not halfway do it. I'm like, dang. So, all right, bet we here. Is there any way for them to throw the sponsor out? Like, what's up? What's happening? Like, how that work? Could L get a Invisalign discount code? Like,
hey, fuck with me. The dentist should be the only one that gets that shit. Because he for sure promoting the fuck out of that at the office.
Oh man, what? Let's start with the fan question. And if my nails ain't popping on camera no more, my nieces. I lost the bet and they painted my nails last night. So yeah, that's what the little glitter and gold is from, by the way.
Maybe the French tip?
Yeah, Kendall tried. Kendall tried. It was like, nah, we just gonna put the green right there. No, Kayla goes, Uncle Gotti's favorite color is green. And I was like, oh, but y'all don't even have no green in the bag, so it's good. I promise you, they had every color except for green. Kendall did just like this.
I'll mix this yellow and this blue.
And then went, L. When did kids get so smart? Like, what? No, we could just make it.
All right, problem solved. This easily.
Shout out my nieces, my goddaughters. I it's funny when you start to like, especially as they get older. Kay's 5, Kendall will be 4 soon. Just Kira's 1, but has like baby genius, so you pull up on them and it's just like the conversations. But they're both of their parents were athletes, like great athletes, and so they get in that bag. Kayla's like, "What's up? We playing 1-on-1?" Like, fam, relax. Why you so aggressive? And then Kendall she got young Tony Allen defense. Like she just all defense. Like fam, why you can get in the defensive stance already? You 3. Relax. Like what's going on? It's beautiful family. Just family day all the way through yesterday, from the Grand National meetup to getting with them and just trying to recharge and reset the batteries. And so with that, G, I was telling Lex and G off separately because Lex asked and then L, similar funny niggas just asked the same thing, but it's been making music and creating stuff for so long. And finally realized like how much of the process beyond creating of it is rooted in the most unhealthy parts of the ego, right? So not only are you making something, if you're fortunate, the actual creative part is pure and is peaceful. It's exciting. You're learning in the process, and so you just the final outcome is something like is a song or something. When making LMA, perfect example. I just start learning how to operate Pro Tools. The student I was living. Shout out to Wilk. I talked to Wilkie yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, man. I thought I was like, I gotta tell Lex. I talked to Ill Wilk. Shout out to Ill Wilk at the Nest Studios in Richmond. But I watched. I got to watch him build his space by hand, and even proud to say like some of the sound absorption and the paint, like some of the like groundwork I actually got to help with. But what I was telling Wilk that on the phone, it was like watching him build, like he built some of them converters, he built his patch bay, like he built that shit by hand. So you got to solder and all these different things. I'm like, bro, that's piece component by component. until it's ready. And then even once you do it, if something's out of whack, you got to take that shit back apart and figure and go trace where the glitch is. And so I'm just like, so I had that conversation with him, and now just being outside, for whatever reason, people's favorite thing is to be like, yo, when you drop it, I'm like, dang, all this time of making music and doing stuff, no one's ever asked me that. Like it's never been a thing. And now that I'm off it, and like my sole focus is Grand National as a whole, other Brave Area artists and creators that freak and I deem like we get excited about. Like I'm more so like happy to like assist them. And then Kev's album, Deuce's album, James Project, Kate's album, like I'm fully like in it, like those, like whatever, and it's not like producer or a writer, like ain't none of that. It's just whatever role they may need. Shit, I'm half the time it's just engineering, just recording they shit over other people's stuff. Like it's mostly that. But now that the nigga's like at peace with all that shit, now it's like, yo, when you drop it, it's like, bro, why does it work like that? And it feels like a mind warp. But what I was thinking about, G, was like, damn. So Tiana announces her retirement, and then she sits down with Cam Newton and offers context in and around it. She's like, bro.
By the way, Cam Newton has an amazing show.
That show's amazing. It's incredible. Shout out Cam. He gonna figure shit out and be better for it. But the new creative, the new athlete, the new person that's in the public eye that just happens to be black and young, they got a whole better understanding of the shit that our elders did. I feel like, at least on some level. So Tiana Taylor goes, fam, I'm a mother and a wife, and my husband sees me. Mm-hmm. What do I look like subjecting myself to a label that underappreciates like what I contribute? I was like, whoa. And she goes, for my mental health, I'm off this shit. I'm going home.
Yeah, Tiana gave birth at the house, so I don't think really anything compares to that shit.
For my mental health, I'm going home. Whoa. And Tiana's a super creator. Yes. Like she's not, oh, I just make music. She does everything.
I'm actually angry for her for how overlooked that project was. That shit should be talked about still today. Did
it
drop during the pandemic? Like, why the fuck was it overlooked like that?
It did.
Okay, that was the beginning of the pandemic when that dropped.
It did. But what I based off of what I've been experiencing, G, what Tiana was saying, and then it just made me start thinking about art. What if right now the three of us make something as we're recording a podcast? That's funny. What if the three okay, so we're doing it, right? Views are here, they're there. It's this many people, but every week there's a consistent group of people tapping in with the show. Our fan question is from Auntie this week. Mm-hmm. Like we know people are tapped in. We know we're appreciated. Every week our listeners go out of their way to I don't know what y'all week is, but I encounter multiple people that go, thank you for that conversation. Shout out Nate. Nate was talking about our conversation in and around drug use last week, and it's like, yo, you need to read the Dr. Carr book, nigga. Like, I'm not asking you, read it, order that shit immediately, but that should be enough. And maybe y'all always been there. I'm just now stepping into that where we got everything we need to keep this shit sustainable and keep going and stay excited about it, and not having the fallacy of fame be attached to the anything that goes into what you're creating. Not even, it can't be even a little bit. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because we had this conversation yesterday, me and Bird, about Because he didn't know anything about the Joe Budden situation, right?
Oh, you were able to present that to some. Oh wow.
Well, Elijah wanted me to break it down to Bird about like what was going on between like why the rift was between Joe and Rory and Ma or whatever. So I gave him the full timeline for it, and he said like it sounds like Joe's level of sustainability is surrounded by shock value. So like it's kind of like a drug where you can never reach that high again. You know what I mean? Like as far as a listener goes. So that's why there will be a plateau. So like you can get to a certain like your ceiling, you can see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have your follower, you have your tapped in folks, but you can't get above that. Unfortunately, because you can't relive that again. And also, and I just brought up like from like a height factor. Once you get to a certain level, all it is just sustainability of what it is that you have. You can't really ever get more people to tune in for the original reason why you got such a height in the first place.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if your initial deal was, because if you think about the beginning of it, it was built off of being in the industry, and why all the rappers hated them because you're giving inside stories to the public. You know what I mean? So you're being very open because you don't care about those relationships. But as you get to a certain height, relationships is everything.
It's all relationships.
You know what I'm saying? So like now it's like you can't give inside information. You don't want to. You opt out of it, and then what do you have after that? You know what I mean? Now you got to try to do the shit that we're doing right now. That's a slow burn, where you try to get into some real shit to then hopefully have people engage that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll never be mad at how our ascension goes. Because yes, we understand it's going to be a slow burn because the things that we talking about, motherfuckers, for one, don't want to hear it. They don't know that they need to hear it. So that's why they'll be combative to it at first, but they're still going to tune in order to be angry about it, and then at some point it's going to touch them. That's like, oh shit, maybe they were on to something. You know what I'm saying? But everybody comes across this at different times. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to like judge anybody on where they are in their process, but the shit that we talk about, just understand that eventually, if you're not there right now, eventually you will be. Yeah. And then you should tune in. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to add on to what Elle said because it made me think about, okay, I'm going to give a little secret to you guys that I never told you guys. So when I do the clips.
Ah, shit. Breaking news.
After I break down the pod, when I do the clips, I try my hardest to do 2 clips that are current events. But then the other 2 clips I try to make them be about what I feel people should hear. And those other 2 clips will be clips that it don't matter when somebody gets to our pod, but they hear it, they'll be like, oh, these motherfuckers is chopping it up. And then if they see the date of when we uploaded, that might have been a year and a half ago. So it's going to make motherfuckers want to listen to us no matter what they feel, because our shit doesn't it's not surrounded by what the current event is. Events, yeah. So that's a little secret
that's what's up, bro. But you buy a little insight since we taking it there. We do the show. Audio comes out next day. No problem. Shout out to Push. Push, thank you, bro. For everything that you do.
Yes, I appreciate you, man.
On so many people, but since Push has taken over the audio, it's been a complete game changer. So audio comes out next day.
I actually had a question for Push, and I need to like talk to him about it. But I always had a question just about the Chocolate Cities, like their YouTube videos, and I'm just wondering why they can never get the audio directed to the comedian. Like it's got to pick up all the background noise of the crowd. So you could barely hear the comedian in the video.
Damn,
so I'm just wondering why
that is a really good point.
Like, does that have to do? I think Elijah was talking about this yesterday, but does that have to do with like the type of mic it is? You know what I mean? Like the mic that's supposed to grab all the sounds surrounding, as opposed to the one that's directed. I'm wondering like why the choice is.
What it is.
Or does that something that's another question, is just a matter of for sound, is that something that you don't really think about, or is it such a tedious thing that you get paid the same no matter what? You know what I mean? Like if I was to give you the correct audio, I could, but also you ain't paying me for that part.
I'm a bet it's probably that. I'm at we'll ask. He'll hear it though because he actually listens to the show. But shout out, bro. Thank you. But that's a whole nother part of the evolution. It's like Push is the same as Lex. He's like, because he listened to the show and he's like, hey, bro, I don't want to offend you, but shit sounds terrible. And I'm like, and I'm doing the best that I can. It's that ego will have you take offense to it. And he's like, he's not telling you that to be mean. He's telling you that because he listens to the show all the time. So you can tell yourself a different story in the lane of being efficient and growing and getting better. Do you want to get better for real, or you want to be in your feelings? He's like, just let me mix the show, money. Like, I can't afford it. Fam, you talking about all the wrong shit. Just send me the show. I listen to it, so I want to listen to something that is actual, like that I could actually enjoy. And I'm like, damn, got a point. So we send Push the audio same day. He gets it back, so it was able to come out the very next day. Lex then, amongst everything else he has going on, figures out how to edit the full 2.5, 3 hours sometimes, and then cut it into these clips. And because it's so remote and it's so tedious, it can't be, hey, Lex, I need it to be these type. Like, hey, fam, you pick. You pick what the topics are going to be. And every week when I go into the YouTube and get ready to do the metadata and the copy, I'm blown away by the ones that you've chosen because sometimes I don't even remember we talked about that, or I just wouldn't have picked them. So thank you for that insight because you kill it every week, man. Thank you. Now it's crazy because of just getting into it, and it's like so much of this is okay. TDE drops their cryptic tweet, loading, hinting that something is coming. And the funny thing is, it's like, for as much as everybody wants it to be Kendrick, nigga, it could be Kendrick, it could be Soul, it could be Q, it could be SZA, it could be anybody from TDE, nigga. And I would be so grateful.
We ain't heard Isaiah Rashad.
We ain't heard years. Zay. It could it could be Zach. That's you know what I'm saying? Like it's that for me. Like I'm just, but so what they offer is this insane amount of effort each time they show up. You know they give a fuck about the art, what it is that they're trying to convey, even if it's fun. You know that they gave a fuck and they took their time on it. They didn't cut no corners. They never cheat us. TDE don't ever cheat us when they pull up.
Is that one of the last groups that do like artist development? Like really zone in on that, because like it's a competitive fervor there no matter what, but also they've done the whole lock the artist in the studio or threaten to your shit not seeing the light of day until you get all the other shit together.
Anybody that hasn't watched the Berry Gordy documentary on Showtime, and you're a creator, do yourself a favor and just go watch that shit. I think I'm certain I talked about it because it's blowing my mind. The nigga's working at the Ford factory and goes, wait, we can do quality control with people? I'm starting a record label. And so that's the artist development. So he gets his sisters. His sisters do the fucking etiquette classes, teach them how to do interviews, act properly when they're on business dinners. He went and got the lawyers. The lawyers get to have a say in whether they think this is a hit or not. The A&Rs, the engineers, like they have a meeting every Monday and listen to the music, and Smokey got to come present this song, and they tell Smokey, half the room raise their hand and say it's a hit, the other half of them say, I don't know, Smokey. And it just so happened to be my girl. But you ran it through a feedback circle, good or bad, and then what's the feedback that Smokey got from that, he went back and fixed the intro. So just get out your feelings and get around somebody that's dope. And if Kendrick walk in your session and go, that's hard, but you should say it like this, bro. Don't let your ego not have you change that whatever that man just told you to change. Stop everything, nigga, and do it immediately. So to your point, is TDE the last? No, Grand National's doing it right
That's
now.
what I was about to say. They're not the last. I just thought about that part. Like, I seen what y'all.
No, but it's because of that though. G,
Yeah.
the Dreamville documentary comes out, and JID is in the JID is in the room doing Down Bad by himself, and everybody in the room they having fun, and them niggas go, bro, down there fucking around. And to me, Down Bad is probably the best song that came out of that whole wave of songs, but that was what it. So if JID took the bar there, you know Cole went, oh, you motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You got me fucked up. So then Cole go do something crazy. And then you already know what Reasoning was on. Reasoning was like, fuck these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got us fucked up. And then Guap from the town. So he like, oh, I'm on everything. Mm-hmm. He's like, y'all, don't let a Bay nigga in nothing like that if you don't want him to be everywhere, and do it tastefully, though. That's the most impressive part about the Dreamville sessions, is that Guap got the invite and ran that shit up. Mm-hmm. And leveraged it like the way you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a beautiful sort of thing to watch people who care about the art. Then you gotta then we gotta be subjected to Khaled. Oh no, ain't nobody listened to the album? Just me?
No.
I told you my takes.
Them niggas sound like, hey man, the world about to be over. Well, all right, Khaled, I guess I got you.
I'm trying to have the last audio out, man.
And it only hurts. It only hurts the grand idea of putting an album together and a body of work and a rollout and what potential branding partners and alignment partners would do with music when it's so lackadaisical and no effort at all, no imagination at all. And it's like zero. And that's not a knock to Khaled or anybody that was a part of it. It was just like with that roster, with those producers, the sky should be the limit, bro. Like don't y'all. I got real beef for whoever directed that video with Hove and Nas and whoever, and don't have the goats look like that. Don't do that. Care about us enough to tell them, nah, this ain't it. This ain't coming out.
You wasn't rocking with that?
No. No.
I think the song overall is just some mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to boast and brag about shit, and then there's a whole nother thing to, like, you just discover religion, and now you're the second coming. Like, you out here big preaching. And it's like, you ain't even read the full Bible yet. Like, niggas just got into investments, and now you just out here acting as if this is like the, you know, just like, it's not an act like you've been here before. It's just a more so like, it's no end to it. You know what I mean? Like, investing is a lifelong thing. So like to brag on each win is, you know, like you gotta tell the people what you're doing, of course, but it's different on like how you communicate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were in the room prior to anyone else being able to. So that's dope. We need more people to be in the room when shit before things IPO. That's amazing. So yeah, we can talk about that. But don't talk about it as if like you discovered this shit prior to anybody else. No, you had access for a specific reason. You know what I'm saying? So like there's more to the story than just, you know, you made an amazing investment. No, you were there. You had the luxury of being there prior to it being available.
You know what? I'm not even mad at how them niggas brag. Okay. I'm actually glad that like for Nas especially, I'm actually glad that he got his shit off because niggas be acting like Bray and in Silicon Valley fucking around.
For sure.
I'm so glad he got that shit off. It's just if it's gonna be done, G, to your point, the line of nasty and the line of like my niggas talking they shit is so thin.
Yeah.
You gotta nail it.
It is hit or miss.
It's bruh. And because of how nasty the video looked and how nasty the beat sound, where was Justice? That was a Justice League moment. Like the Justice League niggas had to get back together and make that beat. 1500 or nothing, that should have been there. Mm-hmm. Like that's what that had to feel like. And it's like if niggas don't care enough and it's just a money play, it's gonna come off like that.
Niggas don't know.
Don't show.
Simply just don't care.
But I guess my biggest beef is like the conversation, the amount of conversation that Khaled is able to drive and the amount of resources that he's able to pull together. There is never any reason for it not to fully come together the way that it should. There's never any excuse.
I got a question, man. Am I a hater? Because for some little small part of me wanted a dope ass artist to just sneak a project out and steal my niggas number one. Again.
I wanted the Tyler shit to happen because how did you not learn from that?
Oh man.
My nigga Khaled literally had the nerve to say, yeah, you know, even a broken clock can be right twice a day. Nigga, you talking about Tyler the Creator, my nigga.
Hey,
don't ever get it. He cares and executes in ways that you will never understand. This nigga go learn how to play a new instrument every fucking 5 years or whatever. Stop playing with folks, bro.
Oh, you could just find this nigga in the streets of LA. Yeah, just randomly.
Sneak around.
Remember that?
That nigga put on a hood.
Wasn't that was us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was us.
And
we was
who called that
nigga?
nigga? Who called that nigga Wood Harris? Or called him said that's Ace from Beta. Somebody would have said that. I know for sure.
I think it was Dennis that said that shit.
It wasn't Den. Den wasn't disrespectful
like
that. Would he?
That's fucking funny, man.
That's hilarious. It's like, nah, nigga, I definitely think that's Tyler, bro. But it's good. How much of it? Did you listen to the whole thing? You listened to the whole album?
Yeah. In pieces. Yeah. Pieces.
You made it through the whole thing?
No, I went through it. I just went straight through. But I told you where I got caught up at, and the whole album just got shoved to the side. As soon as Bieber, my nigga said, hey, I ain't going back to broke. Beeps. Shut the fuck up. Bruh. If there was ever a shut the fuck up moment.
What did I tell you, G?
Some starving artist. Worked so fucking hard to put that line together for it to go to Beeps.
Lex. Some starving artists got their first crack at a credit, and just so happened to write, I ain't going back to broke, and that song just so happened to go to Justin Bieber, and he sang everything in the reference, everything, nothing went untouched.
Yeah,
I was like, this is nasty, guys.
Yeah, he whitewashed the mess out of that.
Like you can hear who the songs were for initially.
Yeah,
like yeah. Atlantic, come on, y'all. Y'all could do better. Khaled, you could do better.
Khaled's Atlantic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Khaled just seen nothing was really dropping this week. He was like, "Oh, we gotta put it out."
It's because Kendrick coming.
He's like, "Somebody coming because they gonna take my number one."
Kendrick and Cole, all them earthy niggas that don't be wearing no socks with their shoes is coming. So my music ain't gonna matter. Let's go.
Let's get to it. Hustle.
Oh man,
yeah, you seen this nigga Drake working out too? He was like, Drake coming too.
What? Let's stay with new music. Because something did come that made me. I didn't even have the time to be mad about Khaled no more. One of my favorite artists in the last 5 years for sure.
Khaled?
No, definitely not. Big Baby Dram.
Because it was the way you worded it.
Big Baby Dram, known as Shelly now.
Yeah.
when you go away and get low for the sake of your mental health, or you going through some real life shit, and you grieve properly and you channel when you're an exceptional creator, the way that Dram is. Fam he just went and got low and he figured out a way to channel it, and then didn't even burden us with no like sad I lost my mama shit. He went and made something you could play with hey, you and your girl, y'all get in the whip and y'all just go. You might end up in LA by the time you look up.
Big vibes.
Big vibes.
Yeah.
Bro, that video, bro. I watch that shit like once a day.
Man. That's what it could look like when you care. And I don't feel like that's a diss. I don't feel like that's far-fetched in connecting those dots. But Atlantic has the budget. Atlantic has the network. They got the channels and the... So Khaled's coming through. It's everywhere. Shelly drops, and if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And when you know, you go, damn, art is in a really great space.
Man.
It is.
But if you don't know, man, ain't nobody making no good music out here. Ain't no this shit. Oh, you just don't. You poor baby. You only see what they want you to see.
Man, say that.
It ain't your fault. The amount of great music that comes out every week that never gets talked about. That never gets talked about.
You only see what they want you to see. Poor baby.
The amount of shit that comes out every week, Lex. I mean, every week is something that just like blows my mind immediately. It makes me go, well, I gotta go back to the studio. It's just what happens. And it's not an envious thing. It's a gratitude thing more than anything. So please, if y'all haven't, go listen to Shelly, formerly known as Dram. Yeah, incredible body of work.
It is a vibe.
Go buy some lava lamps, eat some shrooms,
and
get you one of them big ass floor pillows and just lay down and let it take you somewhere.
No, you gotta get the rug that has the texture like just bruh. I've done that when I haven't been high and just laid there and rubbed the carpet for hours.
Yeah, no, your carpet should be fur. It should be.
It'll change your life. We ended up in the rabbit hole of music and all that stuff. So before we just completely pivot, y'all, I speak about it all the time. DJ Quick ranks really, really high for me as artist and influences. He's definitely in my top, and he's on my sort of.
Did he ever stop into the studio that weekend?
And no, he did not. He did not. For whatever reason, I thought that there might be a chance too, because where we were, but apparently he works.
Nah, since you said that, I've been seeing like super like reports about all kind of people pulling up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like I didn't realize that until you said it. Now it's like prevalent. Like motherfuckers be in there.
Yeah, just be in there. That weekend got pretty crazy. And so
I could only imagine.
I could
only imagine for you personally, because that's like your realm. So
bruh,
each motherfucker that walked through there, like nigga.
Alicia, he walks out of the room and is like, just head nod. And I'm like, oh but he's like, it's a studio and it's like they workspace, so you don't want to completely fan out. But it's like, it's Ali Shaheed, bro. Like, I gotta say something, right? Now, it's so quick is quick. Ali Shaheed, like the tip, like the producers, the people who may not be the, like they not the superstars, but fuck, it's DJ Quick for fuck's sake.
I was gonna tell you, I'll be honest, like Quick's one of the people like I want to meet, and I'll probably fan the fuck out,
bruh.
Like, he's one of my favorite. All of his quick grooves.
So that's why this is gonna hurt. That's why this is gonna hurt.
Money got some tough love.
No, because I don't even know if how I feel is right.
Gotcha.
I just want to put it out there as an idea, and then y'all tell me where I should probably land on it.
All right, before you get to that, I'm sorry. So when you receive a check, you can deposit it from your phone now. So you think about niggas deposit that shit?
Yes, thank you, G. Thank you.
You ain't got to give that check to the bank no more.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, you can push on, snap the picture and deposit that.
The optics of burning it is like, fam, you already cashed that, or it was a direct deposit and they sent you the stub already. So it's like, come on, man, stop playing with me. But
big statements.
He moved into a more unique conversation. When he started to list the things that he hadn't been properly credited for. And let me preface by saying, nigga, a proper accreditation can be leveraged in ways that if you don't know, you should never speak on. So that's not what I'm talking about when and Quick is saying, hell, I need my credit for it.
Hey, I know from how serious Parks be. That's Parks' ongoing beef.
Yeah. A proper accreditation with King Kunta. I mean, King Kunta was on To Pimp a Butterfly. To Pimp a Butterfly.
He did King Kunta?
They sampled it.
So
from Mossberg.
So if you connect the dots, you go Grammy. Well, okay, so proper accreditation means that's what he's referring to.
Do they get a piece of the Nobel, or is that strictly to Kendrick?
No, that's he got a Nobel Peace Prize specifically for Damn. Yeah. Like that's a individual thing. That's not a everybody.
Oh, that's right. It was for Damn.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Quick question, but since I'm just gonna ask this question, and then you can help me explain it. After he said it, I did look on Tidal, and his name's credited. So
that's where I'm working through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
No. You good. I'm so glad you said that. He is credited on King Kunta. So then I start going, and mind you, the reason that I got to be careful with this is because I'm personalizing it in a way that'll make you go, oh, that's because of what y'all going through. It's like, no, fam. There is this weird connection with validation, getting your name put in a caption for what? Like, seriously, I'm like, for what? For what? There's a few videos for other people that Brookfield Deuce has written the treatment for and directed by himself. Say powered by Grand National. I didn't do a thing on it fucking on it. There is photography, product placement and setup and set design that Deezus and Kevin have done by themselves. They say powered by Grand National. There are shows in full productions that I've done that don't say by Mighty Jacks, they say powered by Grand National. It feeds into something bigger than you. So that's separate. Unanimously, though, this false validation and like my name, this individualism that we keep trying to go head up with the systems, G. Dolo as solo acts. Man, if you don't go get you a fucking squad,
yeah,
and get strong and get sharp and then be a Kendrick and be 4 for 4.
Nigga, what?
Go get you a crew and never miss.
That
How about
that nigga can name his number?
Go get you a crew and never miss. And so Quick and some of the legends, why it hurts is and Shaq was on All the Smoke.
Shaq a real one.
He is absolutely a real one, but there are moments where I'm like, bro, you still there's something still not clicking. Where you as an OG,
you talk about when it comes to like younger players, or was it a different conversation?
No, it was a younger players thing. But I understand. But Shaq could talk to me like that. Like he could roast me and I'm gonna be good. just come from a different place. Like, so I'm never going to defend that. Like, Shaq, keep roasting them niggas, and I hope they not assault. Like, that's not that. But be mindful when you say, yeah, I'm just trying to challenge them, make them tough. And then you go, yeah, man, we lost the championship to the Rockets because me and Dennis Scott had 8 days off. We was fucking around. We ain't take it that serious. Nigga, who are you? Who are you to say anything about anyone doing anything, my nigga? If you 7'1" freak athlete, man, still couldn't lock in and focus and have the discipline to go the extra mile.
That's the story of Shaq's career.
He's 7'1", 300.
But he was big time dominant.
And him and AI.
And only used like maybe 35% of the potential.
Is that not terrifying?
Hey.
It's the in what really makes me harp on that is the Lucy movie. Where they really break down how little of our brain power we are able to tap into.
That's why I'm on the 1% journey. I'm on the day.
Every day.
Every fucking day.
It's our phone. How many of y'all read y'all iPhone manual? Like just like the hacks or read the manual, go on YouTube and watch the hacks for your iPhone. And how to use it for real. Mm-hmm. And the things that you're capable, like nigga, we damn near don't need nothing else. But how few people are just using it for Instagram, text messages,
Apple
TikTok.
Products you can do any fucking thing with. Bro, they buy a company every month, bro. Like you can do anything with them shits.
And so that's the thing. Quick, he's one of my heroes. But what part of the business allows? What part of it is self-inflicted? What part of it can't still be? Oh, they did this. It just.
Are you having an accountability conversation?
Yeah. But we're not supposed to do that because these are our OGs and they're our idols. But
that's across the board, man. Nobody want to have an accountability conversation.
Fuck, man. I don't want to be.
That ain't even just for OGs. That's
quick.
You would just hope that by OG status, you would have learned that lesson.
I guess that's what it was. It just was disappointing.
We get your lack of accountability, but
it was disappointing to hear somebody that is that brilliant and that means that much to me still displacing accountability other than like, bro, I probably could have did this different. I want my credit. I want this. I want that. It sounds weak. And there's so many young black men running around barking for credit for shit, for honestly shit you don't. What you gonna do with it? Then what? This nigga Dre, World Class Wrecking Crew, has to walk away from that because he don't own that. He didn't put the money up for that. That's Lonzo's money. All right, now E puts the money up for Ruthless. Got to walk away from the shit you built. All right, bet. I'll start over again. I go to Death Row. Damn, I got to leave everything again. All right, bro, let's go try this Aftermath shit. It fails. The firm flops. Stumble on M. I guess it's just what are we talking about? And granted, there's a relationship and a connection there where Quick could be like, nigga, shut up. You don't know half the shit that went on behind the scenes. That's not what I'm talking about. The optics are the optics. We're talking about the optics of credit. The optics of credit.
Talk it.
Just for black people who still don't really understand the concept of credit. We just were talking about it the other night, G. Oh man, I can't wait to pay my house off. Nigga, that is not the point. all that equity vanishes when you pay that shit off. I don't know if you knew that or not, but okay. Oh, I don't want that on my credit. Nigga, bro, what? What are you talking about?
Not being able to wait to pay your house off is nuts. You talk about the 30-year loan?
The 30-year loan you got, you can't wait. 30 years, okay. All right, you got it.
They can't have that mentality today. That's some shit you had, bro, back in like the 70s or some shit.
It's still black people out here talking like that. Oh, I can't have all that on my credit. Oh, you don't know how credit worked then.
Exactly. That's good credit.
Yeah,
That's good. Hey, what's bro? Cardone, Greg or Grant Cardone, the billionaire. Nigga goes. Vlad asked him, "Was like, bro, what would you have done differently in the housing crisis in 07?
More debt.
More debt. He said I would have bought more shit. He said I would have hit this lick sooner. And so the pandemic happens. He's like, what you gonna do? He's like, bro, I've been buying everything. Everything. And here we are playing loose, or playing tight and close to our chest with money that ain't ours. Bro, I'm fascinated by the mental warfare that's been placed on black folks that got grown ass legends in their selfie camera burning a check that they already deposited on their phone. Nobody else is upset. It's just me. All right, bro. All right. I'm
just so happy that buddy caught that out there, though, because I was like, bro, when I heard about it, I was like, bro, but you could for sure deposit that shit for your phone,
deposit that shit, bro. Or nigga, you been getting royalty checks forever. I'm sure they hit you and was like, man, you want to set a direct deposit?
I was about to say, I thought it was direct deposit.
You've been getting rap checks for a long time, quick. You for sure got direct deposit.
And see, also, because my question, maybe you'll be able to answer this. When they send you the royalty checks, it's only for, each check is only for certain things, right?
Yeah, it's not lumped.
So that could have been
for anything.
The smallest thing. That might have been when you just played 2 keys on a Daz Dillinger song.
Hey man.
Yeah, it was no context.
But it's credit. I want my credit. I'm tired of being an underdog. Bro, where are you at? Seriously, DJ Quick, where are you at where no one is going quick as a guy to go? You in the wrong places then. Yeah. So it's still on you because you in places where somebody ain't giving you your credit. That's crazy. Because I know where you could come and get all your credit. I know the people you could work with and be revered as the god you are. I know like those places exist, but guess what? You so busy worried about where you not getting it from.
I wonder in those cases, do you like compare and contrast with other producers? Like, do you look at Pharrell and like?
Oh yeah, he mentioned Pharrell by name. He mentioned Pharrell. Yep, they're hot in here. Let's get naked.
Got it.
What's up?
Got it.
Which he's probably not lying, and Pharrell will be the first one to go, yeah, got that from Quick.
Yeah, but Pharrell isn't like his shit isn't just because he makes beats. Like Pharrell is just an amazing person at relationships.
Relationships.
Every time Pharrell, if you just look at any time Pharrell is talking, it's presence.
Mm-hmm.
I was just getting this teaching or this understanding from listening to the Shetty and Will Smith interview.
You might as well go there.
Amazing interview.
You might as well go there, G.
But they're talking about some shit that I like. Me, I'm not religious whatsoever. I mean, I don't fool with the industry of religion, the institution of religion.
Yep.
But as far as the teachings themselves, I would gear towards Eastern religion more than Western, because Western has so much blood on its hands, and it was meant to keep certain people out. We just adopted it, just like we learned how to make chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally got the scraps of the idea of it and we made it our own. We ran it up, and now we can't get out of that mental warfare within the institution of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just thinking about literally how you feel and how you should treat others, just thinking about the concepts of it, you take it literally.
Wow.
And it's weird, you know what I'm saying? But that's that's basically what the interview is about. It's just that him and Shetty are on a spiritual journey together that they started 8 months ago. Didn't know each other prior. But Shetty is such a big fan of Will that he's looked at every one of his interviews. He's followed him so he actually has an investment in him. So when they finally met each other, it was like a match made in heaven, because they're on the exact same journey together, but they were doing it separately. Like Monty's talking about, strength in numbers. They come together, and now they can share this information together and seek teachers together and go through this with the support system of another, that you don't feel like you're crazy when you speak. You know, because like I'm thinking of when I listen to Will, this is something that I'm trying to get so much better at. And I get it from the podcast mostly, is speech. Just communication. I'm all about communication, but I'm trying to figure out better ways to get my point across with less words, you know, and trying to figure out a way to be more potent with the words that I use. Finding different words that come across a little bit better, that engages you better. And looking at Will speak and Shetty speak, I'm thinking of it more as being very intentional with the words that you use. And it's almost an intensity, because you can see when somebody is speaking and they really care about getting this point across, they're present. They're thinking it at the exact same time that they're speaking it. That's my thing. I'm always thinking, and I'm trying to get my speech to catch up with my thought. So it may be a little bit of lag in between. I'm trying to bring that lag closer together to the point that it's clicking on the same cylinder. So that's my speech thing. But my mind moves like fucking, no, like it's ridiculous how fast my mind moves. Yeah. So that's why I can write and the point be amazing. That's why when we do our when we're in the group chat, I write everything out and it comes across that way, because that's how that's how I'm able to engage my thoughts better through writing than I can through speech. So I'm trying to catch those through up. But I'm looking at that interview and it was doing a world of good for me personally. Just by the way that they were communicating with each other, how they're talking about the presence that they had, like the engagement that Will, at the height that he's at, he was talking about him having one of the most amazing runs ever in the film industry, and his family crumbling at the exact same time.
The parallel.
You know what I'm saying? And like him coming from a military background where everything is a mission, all the way down to how you wash dishes. So he knows how to see something and go achieve it. Yep. But what he was missing was everything in between. And it narrowed down to, oh shit, I have to learn how to have feelings. People around me have feelings. I just know how to accomplish something. And I'm thinking that I can substitute the feeling part by showing you a way, doing it, and then also presenting the riches from it. And he had to dial all that back. And his family is what did that. So we've talked about that prior, where like, I'm like, fuck, they really did a number on Will. Yeah. But listening to him talk, it was the best thing that you can possibly go to. And I was being selfish because I was like, that's like our black superhero. So I was being super selfish in what I wanted from Will. But the journey that he's talking about, since I'm on that, I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, my bad. You know what I mean? Now that was a coming of age moment for me personally. I'm like, oh shit. So he's actually on some shit at 50 that I'm doing right now, and I love it. Yep. So I'd rather have that version of Will. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather have that version of everyone. You know what I'm saying? Not just what y'all can do for the public, but what y'all can do for yourselves, which will then carry over to the public. And my bad, that was pretty long-winded.
No. That shit is right on brand.
You don't see that on the floor? Those are gems. People better pick them up.
Okay. With gems though, because I think that's the thing. We do a really good job of like the parallels. So you got that peace of mind. You got that understanding. You got that perspective, G. Then You find out your ex is doing porn. What do you do? No, you don't find out. You see it. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. With your dick out.
What do you do?
Watch it.
Do you?
Fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck. Because then I'm looking like, oh, she didn't give that up like that for me. But then other times, you might watch it, you might see it and be like, oh, she got lazy. What happened? She used to...
So you telling me it's an emotional stroke?
Yo.
Yeah.
Crying and beating off is mainly like the optics of it.
Hey. Just wonder, like, hey, shit, she was... And then you start thinking, like, damn, she was, like... She did do that thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to watch that. Now you got to run it back.
And try to see if she did the thing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It was a real thing, though. I was like, shit, what if you did come across your ex in the porn industry? I guess, do you have any ties to that whatsoever? Like, would you be that, like, would the ego step in, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, you'd be like, do you think that it's, she was like this to begin with, or you did this, or...
God bless you if you don't have peace. Yeah. And there's still some part of you that needs closure.
But I love that girl.
That shit is gonna ruin you, fam. Don't, please. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Or it might help with the closure if you're like, oh, that's why you...
That ain't how that works. That ain't how closure works. That's not. If you had to work that out, nigga, if you had to find out your ex was doing porn and see it, and that was the closure you got, nigga, you got other issues.
Yeah, you're a sicko for real.
Nah. Yeah. That's hilarious. I don't know. Huh?
Would you encourage her?
That would assume that you're still in contact. How y'all you better not be in contact with your exes. How many of your exes you still in contact with?
Bro, I have like 1 million numbers in my phone.
No. You can still have their number. How many of
them?
No.
That was the great way to answer the question. L, you just leave it there. You didn't catch it?
I caught it. But fam, don't talk to me like that. I got 1 million numbers in my phone, nigga. Yes, we all do. What are you talking about?
That's what I got for you. That's what I got for you, bro. That's what I got.
Okay, now we're stumbling on gold. Exes? Huh. Damn, not a one. For me.
Not a one that do porn, or not a one you talk to?
If they do porn, I don't know. I'm not in contact with any of them.
Good answer, good answer.
Oh, you don't believe me? I got it.
Who listened to this pod?
We shooting from the hip today.
It is crazy.
My nigga had a Joe moment if I ever heard it.
Oh, that was a Joe moment?
I am not in on this conversation.
Seriously.
No comment.
I'm not in contact with none of my exes. You don't believe me?
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. Oh.
Hey, man, you ain't got to convince me.
Dang.
You ain't got to convince me, man.
Dang. Is that sad, though? That's not sad?
Which part?
Doing porn? Or do you not be in contact with your exes?
Both of y'all wilding today.
They weave so close together.
But is it sad that you won't tell us the truth?
If I did still talk to my exes, I would definitely say. I'm talking about still be in communication with them.
You know why I think that you still talk to your exes?
Hit me.
Because I feel like you are all about the greater good of the individual, and you got real support behind folks. So like, they still got to tap in just to get the knowledge.
Ooh, look at God.
Won't he do it?
L. So this is how I noticed.
Like even if you a sicko for real, and it can work out together. Like they still got to tap in just to get
That's how I know you my cousin, because that's what I've been running. Like yo, it can't be what it was, but I'm gonna hold you down. And like, yeah, fam, I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Get out of my life. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That work that well.
That's hilarious. The fact that the fact that he just broke that down verbatim is terrifying. That's fully a conversation I had, and it was like, you know, you say something, and he's like, "Oh, this has got to work." She's like, "Yeah, no, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stay away from me." That's comedy.
If I can't have you that way, I don't want you no way.
Stop. You triggering me right now. Stop. Ew, what are you doing? What?
Because these are real conversations, bro. Like,
this
this is
all
like
really
verbatim.
Happened.
Yeah, verbatim.
This really happened. Fan question this week. Shout out Auntie Carla.
Yes. Mamacita, love ya.
Did y'all used to tell y'all boys if your chick sex was trash? If a chick sex was trash, not your chick. That's an important note. Or if she had so many tricks, you had to say, in that situation, would you stay to teach or learn?
Yeah. Hell of a question, by the way.
Yeah.
For me, it's a case-by-case basis. So it truly depends on the investment I have in the individual. So if I see the potential within you, then I would, because you gotta remember, most of the work that takes place in sex is taking place from the guy side for most situations. Like, it's only a few times where the woman is going in the way that they could be going in, like they use 100% of their powers, is when they fuck with you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't about to get somebody fucking with you out the rip.
Yeah, you're not unlocking that immediately.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's they're using about 20% of their pussy power initially.
20 is fairly high.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's a good side. But if we're talking about for this particular question,
is that universally understood? That
no, because I think because from the male side, it depends on who you are as an individual, and if you just about getting your nut, then you'll never know that she was only using such and such amount of her power.
Got it.
You went in there truly selfish.
Huh.
You have to unlock that. Most niggas ain't out here trying to unlock no shit. They just now started getting pussy for real.
So to that point, G, which is why and maybe you kind of set the precedent on that, because it would be chicks around. You didn't know if L was fucking him or not, because he wasn't a that wasn't him.
Yeah, it ain't for her. It's on a need to know.
And so it just kind of came one of them things where it wasn't a thing. You never went like, oh man. So 9 times out of 10, your partners they if they knew, it was because they knew, but it wasn't because you were saying nothing.
They'd be around. Yeah,
so it was never a thing to be like, man, trap. Like that whole kissing and telling thing was always weird. So I never would tell the homies like whether it was trash or fire. Like either way, like wouldn't say nothing. But beyond that, I don't know. It's to G's point. That first time, I don't know. Niggas out. I don't know. I feel like I can't trust nobody that be like the first time they hit it was fire. Like, I mean, as you get older, that changes. Like, especially if you dated up and like dealt with like some cougars, they don't fuck around. Like, first time with them, that shit is fun.
Hey,
that should have changed your life.
No
you
bullshit.
Get your OG.
No bullshit. They get past all the games.
OGs is in full control, so that's different. But a peer, y'all around the same age group.
Yeah, OG's got a stick shift.
and a rev that bitch up on you too in a minute. How you in the bed like, what just happened?
These youngsters got the automatic.
But see, this how you know an OG put it on you too, because usually after you smash, you like, I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here immediately. OG put it on you. You damn near be trying to spend the night a little bit. Like go home and just take a nap. Like,
yeah.
Wake up,
grab that pillow.
Wake up at 6, like nigga.
Hey, you know if it was that type of situation if you don't even like reach over for your clothes. You just stay as is.
You just sitting there quiet, hoping she don't ask you when you gonna leave.
You know when you pull the sheet over, you don't put a comforter.
No,
over.
just the sheet. Just the sheet. Just the sheet. Nigga, every real nigga done slept in the wet spot before. I ain't gonna hold you.
What? Comfortable too.
Like this. In the fetal. Like, damn, who are you?
Walk up with a whole rash on your hip. Sleeping in sogginess all night.
Sleeping in the wet spot is crazy. Oh man.
Nah, but to what Monty was talking about though.
Do you stay to teach or learn?
So what you was talking about though with the kissing and telling to like your niggas and shit like that.
Weird.
That shit is like you should think of that as how you should think about like Instagram being like for the women. You know what I mean? Like the whole like picture taking and like long term, like the idea behind Instagram. Like, yeah, you do it for business and, you know, for pushing the brand and stuff like that, cool. But the idea of Instagram, if you're tapped into the idea of Instagram and that's how you're using it, then you should already know like that's for the women. Yeah. So the whole kissing and telling shit, that should also be for them.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that should be something that we having discussions about.
How do people stay to teach or stay to learn? I can't get past that last line because I want to answer that, but I don't. The teaching part, like, and then
I ain't gonna lie, I got taught.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel crazy.
If we gonna go there, I got taught.
I was about to say I got taught, like.
Yeah.
Like walk through, like step by step, explain, and
cause I used to fuck, and I was just getting mine. That was like a young me, and then I came across.
See,
I came across.
I'll tell you.
I came across, and it was the delicacy of everything prior to fucking.
Man.
And then it was the actual fucking. And then the in between where your shit is just soft. And the conversation afterwards.
I'm gonna imagine Auntie didn't see this going this way, but you did it. I just want to put that out there.
Hey, she asked the question. So then like the afterwards of your shit being soft in the conversation, in between the next time y'all go into round 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's a whole, like, it was hella shit in that was a class. That was a course.
And it's one that requires.
And that wasn't even with the one. That wasn't even with somebody that I was in a relationship with.
He preaching today. Okay. I'm
Told
good.
You. Okay, man.
The importance of that dynamic. And the most important thing you just said is that it wasn't somebody you were in a relationship with, because that communication is so not attached to, I don't want to hurt your feelings, my nigga. You not doing it right.
Yeah.
Or someone that wanted a relationship. So it wasn't.
Or someone that wanted.
You know what I mean? Like
the
the investment wasn't for us to be together at some point.
Yeah.
The investment was, I fuck with you, and you gonna be all right out here. But I want you to be great.
As long as you add these, just tweet this, young fella.
You feel me?
That's so funny. And that's why I kept getting hung up on that. I was like, damn, teach or learn, and it's like, yeah, I definitely got taught. So to learn, to Auntie's point,
Before you can be a teacher, you got to be a student.
You feel me?
Facts. But then what I also was going to L's point in like the concept of pussy power. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but the few women that I have encountered, because I've lived such a sheltered life.
Just went outside yesterday, huh?
Oh yes, right. Yeah,
that was the first time you ever been out.
And I'm certain there's people out here having bad sex. I know that's
sure.
a thing, but women batting high. Like once that thing is unlocked, sheesh. So that'd be an interesting survey. How many people feel like they're having bad sex? How many people feel like they're having it's fun? And how many people know they having some otherworldly experience type shit?
They ain't about to keep it real for real.
Nah, not nowadays.
You don't think
Everybody think they having good
I mean,
sex
I'm
because
great.
they watching porn.
I'm great in bed. What you talking?
People not doing that. Really?
Just flip some shit over the other day.
I just flipped some shit over the other day. It's crazy.
That's how that survey about to go. Over big capping.
Nah, bro. If you ain't had nobody like teach you for real, and you still think you out here doing something, like go get some lessons real quick, man.
Some lessons.
Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame.
Like it's the humility of it, bro. Like cause like Monty was talking about. Sometimes you gotta come into some shit with some humility. Like you can take that one or two ways. Like you can take that and be like, "Oh, you tripping," and get out.
Yeah, it's like,
and I'm gonna keep doing what I do because it's about that.
I do think it is really important for it to be someone that you're not in a relationship with, though. Yeah, I think because it's just like, because what if your girl did try to say that to you? Now you grouping it with all these other things that don't have nothing to do with other than her trying to teach you how to please her.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
Oh man,
it happens all the time because Cats is wifing earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of young marriages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, folks getting married at 20 and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then divorced at 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? So that's a common thing. And it's just that, for one, y'all still growing. So that's one thing. But also, y'all ain't had no sex for real.
Nobody wants to admit that either, too.
You know what I'm saying? So now your whole phase is getting pushed out. And it's not even like the whole thing about being a hoe or whatever. It's just more so the idea of being comfortable with the idea of sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when they talk about sex and when they do sex, everything is taboo in American culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, it's the most natural thing that you can possibly do. It's a reason why it's built into us to have an attraction to do it.
And it's not close your eyes and she gonna come. That's not how that works. Like, maybe the button's right here. No, nigga, like there's actual like anatomy. Like, oh, now let's okay.
Hey.
I could talk about that shit all day.
Hey, and don't trust anything they talk about in sex ed. Because they had the nerve to come and do an assembly and show us to eat the Doritos and then spit it back into the water cup. And then that's how it is when you tongue kissing out here.
Oh, y'all wildin'. That's crazy.
That's how they was doing this at Catholic school.
I'd have been so offended. I'd have been so
all the
offended.
residue that's left behind when y'all out here tongue kissing and shit.
It's gonna be some residue left behind fucking with me. You get that out of here.
You got the resi?
So I'm fully about to tell on myself because I do this thing of like, yo, I'm a germaphobe. My mom and my sisters be like roasting me. Mm-hmm. Definitely dated this one chick. She was like, he ain't no germaphobe.
Killed all that noise.
He's a sicko.
I don't know the germaphobe.
I don't know that side. That's hilarious. Lex, on this topic, Lex is like, it's only two kind of guys in the world. Like, this nigga that's going, hey, let me put the tip in. And it's and what's other bro?
The other brother is, all right, let me get 2 full strokes and then I'll go get the condom. We just gotta connect for real.
Yeah. Don't do that to yourself, bro. Just go put the condom on, because then it's no going backwards, nigga. That never in history has a nigga with 2 full strokes and like
what?
Okay, okay.
Both parties involved.
The jig is up.
Both parties involved. You put 2 strokes in without a condom, then y'all fucking without a condom.
Yeah, that's it. There is no stopping.
Or just rub the tip across the clit.
You guys are wilding. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Because see, once you do that, then you're like, you might as well just let me put the tip in. And then once the tip going, let me get the 2 strokes.
You know what? Hey, I remember there was a condom in the vicinity, but you know.
But we already here, baby.
Just a tip. Come on. But it's how you ask. It's how you say it. Come on, just you know. You
feel me?
But see, that's what I'm saying. The dude that's asking for the 2 strokes, he's fully with the shit. He don't even want just the like, come on, man.
Asking for 2 strokes is fucking mania, bro. That's crazy. That's sick. That's a sicko.
Hey, let me test drive.
That's a sicko.
Try to hit him with let me just get a 1.5. Well, what? 1.5.
Yeah.
No, see, now y'all got me thinking about it, because all the women turned me out. Like, that shit
just hit money too. I saw when it hit your head.
It went across his eyes and everything.
Because I kept trying to read Auntie's question, like, stay to teach or learn, and I'm like, bro, I was the student for a minute, like for real. Huh? All right.
That's the way to be, man. More people need to have that shit. You know what I mean? They have to be able to be selfless that way. Because it's only for the greater good. And the experience is way better that way, bro. Like once you do understand it and what you're doing, the experience is so much better. It's like, why the fuck was I ever doing the other way?
Cause of the taboo conversation?
Yeah.
The taboo conversation, and
almost had me calling people to apologize.
Huh. All right, let's stop. We got political connects that listen to the pod.
Like I know you married with kids and shit now, but I want to talk about this one time in 2005.
I know you married with kids is the part though, because nigga, when all your exes get married and have kids, it's like, sheesh.
Oh, okay. Now we're here. All right. So, what about
all of them?
What about when your exes is married with kids, but they send you photo dumps from back in the day?
So, never mind. Let me know.
Like, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable.
This is you.
I'm comfortable enough in my relationship that I want to send this off to you from a good time that we had, because you got to remember the moment, because it's encrypted in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the specific moment that you send is almost like a bat signal.
Almost, or it is?
Oh, it's for sure a bat signal. But
okay.
I kind of.
You trying to be respectful?
Yeah, I try to be respectful because the situation that they're in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let you.
A different me, a few years removed, would see the bat signal and pull up like when
I don't married. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't need that on my conscience.
That's what I'm saying. Like a different me would do it, but now it's just more of like a ha moment. Like I get it. I see you.
Do you store it away as a?
Yes. Archive it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it goes in the vault. It was a good time.
Okay, no, so that's healthy. I'm talking about something sicker.
Okay.
I store it away as an ego nod, damn near. Because there's a part of me, regardless of how the split happens, I cannot believe I'm saying this on the show. Regardless of how the split happens, what the reason was for. All right, we ain't fucking with each other no more. You gonna move on? You moved on? You found somebody better? What? And y'all got married? Hella, we was together for how long? Y'all married? You got kids? Okay. All right. Niggas, let me stop. I'm wilding. It's about to get sick.
You was covering it. You was covering the school.
So now that
you had the weather report, my man.
now you did all that to hit me and reminisce. Mm-hmm. Like, don't do old boy like that, because he gave you everything you thought you wanted. Leave me the fuck alone.
He also kissed you goodbye this morning.
Yes, and he about to pay the health insurance. Y'all good? You got your picket fence, the family you want. You happy? Leave me alone. Oh, you not happy? That's not what you wanted? You made the wrong... Oh, that don't got nothing to do with me.
He also got life insurance. I don't.
And I promise you, we all are going to get that fixed. Like, seriously, it's all going to change.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to happen, but, you know. I didn't know who I was leaving that behind to.
Oh man,
I didn't have a candidate in mind yet.
but I don't know. That's almost. I did because I thought I'm a savage on some levels, but I knew I wasn't a complete animal when particular instances happened. And I was like, nah, fam, don't do that to that man. That's wild. That's wild. You played your role, you played your part, and got everything that you wanted, and now because you're having second guesses or some part of you isn't fulfilled, you want to, no, not on my watch. It won't be with me. Somebody out there entertain you, but I'm not playing that game with you. You can have that. That's wild. Don't be playing with folks like that. A married man, and if y'all got kids, he's shooting.
Yeah.
His wife, he's shooting you, and everybody gonna be like, I mean, you fucked his wife. Come on, man.
That's something you have to realize as you get further into this game, though, because that should be for play at first. Until you realize what it takes to go down the aisle. I ain't mess with nobody that went down the aisle.
That went down the aisle and that is taking care of kids.
Yeah. My nigga work every day for y'all.
That nigga go to work every day. His boss talk to him crazy, and he take it because he got a wife and kids. He's shooting. If he finds something wild on your phone, he killing you and me.
He got an SUV with cup holders,
bruh.
He might not even shoot. He might do some kidnap, all sorts of other fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's whatever it is gonna be sick.
Well, you got to be willing to meet that energy, and I don't think folks out here trying to meet that. I'm out here trying to have a clear conscience. I don't need to be looking on my shoulder for a nigga that's trying to sleep me.
What?
For this specific reason. I don't even know. I don't even know the reason yet.
The only thing worse is fucking with the married woman with kids is fucking with the chick who baby daddy is in jail. No, not time. Jail, in prison. That nigga got years.
He got time.
He thinking about it.
Yeah.
And she messy. Yeah, Monty took us to the movies and shit. What? I'm killing that nigga in 7 years.
Nigga premeditated, nigga. Hey. I got years to think about this.
He got it mapped out.
Bro.
All the way.
Bro, imagine, some shit 7 years ago coming back to haunt you.
Bro, you don't even fuck with her no more. you don't even talk to her.
You don't even remember her at this point. Exactly. You don't remember her at this point.
Like who?
I'm killing you and him. Hey, sir, that was her idea. I didn't even want to see that movie.
My nigga walked up to you at the gas station. You was just pumping. You
don't know what he looked like. Do rag activities.
Hey, that shit.
Do we want to talk about Pod Wars? Or let sleeping dogs lie?
No, let's do it. Oh, is that two topics? Two topics, or you actually talk about?
No. That not literally let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, got it.
Do we want to talk about Pod Wars, or we want to leave that alone?
No, let's do it. I think it needs to be said.
Rory and Maul returned to the Joe Budden podcast. As a fan, since the inception of the show, and the different phases, so the Rosenberg days, the Marissa days, and then just trying to figure it out, and then kind of stumbling into the Rory, Maul, Parks, Joe, Savon, Alec, like stumbling into a system is like, damn, that's really dope to watch that come together. Then Spotify happens. The end of their Spotify deal happens. They move to Patreon. The Patreon is doing this, and they're leveling up. And then things, for at least a year and a half, people be like, I don't really fuck with the show no more like that. And I'm going, nah, man, they good. And L and Kev, it was a few people around that we would talk about the shit on the show together, and then it hit him like, yeah, I ain't listening to that shit yet, and I probably won't get to it. Like, oh, okay. And so I was like, damn, the content is changing. It is kind of watered down. It is shifting. It's not as invigorating as it once was. And then they have the the blow up that they didn't cover in great detail, so there's still a significant portion of it left for speculation. And it's the part that really confuses things. But nonetheless, Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz are not going to miss any opportunity to rag on them
at all.
And never. Neither is DJ Academics, but we're gonna for sure leave that alone. But I thought just so we kept going over all the reasons why they wouldn't return. Poe, L, and I, and we came up with a ridiculous amount of reasons that they would, even if they did come back, it wasn't gonna last through the term of this contract. We forgot a very important variable, though.
Folks salivating
For real, and then going to the lengths of doing the shit where you pit niggas' male bravado against them. Because what was Schultz kept saying? Because Daddy said so or whatever.
Yeah, he said Call Me Daddy podcast is back.
The Call Me Daddy podcast is back. I said,
call Joe Daddy.
Call Joe Daddy. I'm like, oh man.
Hey, delivery was spot on.
And so I'm like, this is hilarious, and also completely deadly to the JBP, because how else are you supposed to take that? You can ignore everything else, but niggas had already shown how emotional they are. No, they're gonna be able to weather that storm of them niggas making fun of them. I, as an individual, hope that they do. But this is also one of those things you got to fully be in too. Like, you got to really love doing this shit. If you don't, like, like, what you doing it for? Like, just to do it. Contract obligation can't. Please don't ever let that be the reason y'all do anything.
Yeah, because we keep talking about it, man. This thing is chemistry, and as much as, and this is part of the thing for me with how Joe is maneuvering right now, because you can say one thing about attempting the whole boss thing and mogul thing and all that, but you got to also understand the fabric of the craft as well. And I know he does. He's just putting it in his blind spot on purpose. But this thing is chemistry. Don't act as if you can just plug and play. You know what I mean? And it's just more so about the product. So going back to my conversations yesterday and the whole knowing, like seeing your ceiling, but not recognizing it. Yes, you can plug and play because you have a cult-like following for the people that are there.
Yep.
But do not mistake that for being able to push that forward and keep up with very niche, targeted podcasting. Because when you're a general podcast and just talking about your
that's hey L, don't.
No, I decided to go there. But
when you a general podcast, you ain't talking about shit. That's what I heard.
When you're a general podcast and you're literally under just the culture, then know that you are also going to be a slave to what it is within the culture. So the niche directed podcasts that are booming right now, you're gonna you see where they are on that lineup, and you see how your podcast is 1, 5, 7, 11, 15. Wow, these motherfuckers is. And that's not by
that fade from glory hit different, bro.
Hey, and don't get it twisted. That is just because somebody left on the idea. Don't get it twisted. That's literally, that has to do with output, not quantity. Don't get it twisted. This thing, don't play with us, man. Don't play with us.
How did you feel about the how much of the return episode did you listen to?
I got through it. It was tough. It was nails on a chalkboard, but I got through it. Only because, like, at this point, since we do this, and we've put this much into it, basically, I've gotten past the whole, like, how I feel about this. And it's more so, like, when I hear other people on it, like, I got past the whole how I feel about what they're saying. I think more so about the structure in which how they're doing topics, and, you know, how they're hitting each thing, how that's coming across, how it sounds to me as the listener. I think more of it calculated than I do like emotional driven. You know, so I did get through it, even though it was tough, man. It was tough.
Where are you at with it? Have you been following, or you been like, nah, it's too much?
I listened to the return episode, and by the time I got done with it, I'm like, we'll see how far this goes. Like it goes to what Elle says, and what you said. Even if let's say they're doing it for the contract, like, we're under contract.
Yeah.
Certain things you can fake. Like, if you're acting and you hate the show, but you know you have to do these 5 other episodes, I can act through those 5 other episodes and then my contract's up. But when it's this podcast thing, it's very intimate. Like, we're actually having real conversations and talking about shit, and you can't fake a conversation for 2+ hours. Like, if you really can't stand being around somebody.
You can't. Not this.
Yeah.
Not this.
And it was like,
we're exposed, guys.
We're all the way open.
We are exposed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that, like, listeners might think that it's because of the topics that you tune in. It's actually, like, you can feel the folks in the room, you know, the respect factor between the folks in the room. You can also feel when that shit is rigid and it's tension in the air. I mean, the tension in the air thing, it might have more people tune in at once, but how sustainable is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that for that particular one, we can get off of it. I think the person that has a shelf life, because that's just who he is Maul. Like, I don't know how much longer Maul can, because he's getting quieter and quieter. And before long, it's going to be, nigga, I'm not even going to show up. And that's off the strength, you know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Because between men, yes, we have egos. But also, we can sense respect. And we can sense how you actually feel about us. Yeah. And you can never, like, you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah. But it's already there. Yeah. We ain't forgetting that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could probably Drake and McMill it, where, like, somebody is higher and somebody cedes to the higher for business purposes.
But even that, well, yeah, you can do that, but even that don't work in this situation, because Joe, because they kept going back and forth. Maul was like, bro, I don't care about money at all. And he means it.
Yeah.
Joe was going, man, I don't care about money. You know I don't care about money. And it's like, nah, it's not in the same way. Because your cool, your status is attached to your money in a way that mine has never had to be because of where I come from. Like, nigga, Biggs in hip-hop are my brother. Nigga, like
real life.
I genuinely don't give a fuck about money. Like, I'm not making no decisions based off a check. And the whole thing is people you know, that whole woke culture shit. Like everybody's walking around saying these things and tweeting them and mad deep. And it's in moments of contempt, and intention where everybody gets revealed. Everything gets revealed. And so to G's point, he's like, yeah, Maul's gonna have the hardest time, or if not at all,
Just
be able
settling
to pivot from Joe telling him this podcast is none of your business. The business of this podcast is none of your business.
Wild.
Maul can't unhear that.
He never.
Every time he talks, he hears that.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just saying that shit over and over again.
And that's why he kept saying, he's like, yeah, it's just about respect. Like he's like all that emotional shit you and Rory got going on. He's like even that was too much. I'm talking about respect. And you going, the business of this podcast ain't none of my business.
And then thinking that it was a pick sides thing. So you telling me you can't even pick up on principle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we ain't got nothing to talk about then.
You
You know what I'm saying? Like
you jumped to a whole nother world.
Yeah, like you goofy for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't undo goofy, bro. Like it's when you
man.
realize it, when you realize somebody is goofy for real,
Yeah.
you can't undo that.
Yeah.
You know? Like you can bypass that as long as they're doing it to other people.
Yeah.
But when that shit hit you, if you wasn't paying attention prior, like I said, once you're aware, that's where you at.
And you stuck. You can't go back.
That's where you at.
Y'all voting for Caitlyn Jenner? No? What, man? Okay. I'm trying to do a podcast here.
She was a collegiate athlete.
No, she was not. Bruce was, nigga. I know my pronouns. Watch out.
You got the email?
What?
He, she, him?
He, she, him.
Her?
They.
And now they use
They.
Z?
Z.
Okay, maybe I don't know my pronouns. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I just found that one.
Zaddy?
Just. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. We got a bread and uphold. Don't laugh. This oddly enough looped into This Is Us in a weird way, and I didn't know how we were gonna get to that, but this actually works. So none of us are voting for Caitlyn Jenner. Cool. We can move on, or y'all want to stay?
Oh, we can move.
We can move.
Well, before we get off of Caitlyn, though, how do you feel about Caitlyn not agreeing that transgenders should be able to do the sport in the one that they identify?
It's hilarious, nigga, because Bruce is in there.
So Bruce keeping it up.
Bruce keeping it a buck, nigga. Like, no, I know what y'all think and I know what y'all want, but I actually won that shit and it was hard. Watch out! Stop playing with me, nigga. I'm Bruce. At the end of the day, I'll lace these sneakers up and get on your ass right now. That is hilarious.
You think that's what Bruce be doing in it?
But L, stop.
Honestly,
'Cause I'm not about to do this with you, bro.
You think Bruce be fighting with Caitlyn in the mirror?
They be funking for real.
Damn.
Oh, you think it's like the T.I. versus T.I.P. video where they were doing the push-ups?
On the tour bus. I'm so mad at T.I. for that.
I'm so mad at him too, bro.
I'll
you know
never
damn well this ain't what you're doing.
I'll never get over that, bro. How do you go from a run of Urban Legend? No.
No, you got
No. I'm sorry. I'm serious. Trap music.
Amazing.
Urban Legend.
Amazing.
King.
Amazing. That's a run.
That's a
That's
run.
a vicious run.
And then we get to T.I. versus T.I.P.
Yeah, that was.
What happens? What? I guess you do have to go. You got to do Kendrick.
Yeah.
If Damn does what it does,
You gotta get up out of here.
the strike while the iron's hot, take this, take that, and you got to go, nah, T.I. did that. I got to go get low. I got to completely go away.
The blueprint's out there.
It is. The blueprint for failure is definitely out there.
Exactly.
And that's, you know what?
Paying attention.
The blueprint. Forget the blueprint for failure because the blueprints, forget good or bad, success or failure. Blueprints in general is data. Go get as much data as you can to be the most efficient version of you as you can. So if if X is having a ridiculous run, and we get the Great Depression, and it's, oh, nigga, you got to do a movie, you got to do this. He wasn't focused on no music.
Mm-hmm.
So Great Depression sounds
like you doing other shit.
Like he got other shit going on in comparison to, and then there was X, Flesh of My Flesh, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like Eminem starts doing other shit. 50 Cent starts doing other shit. Like them niggas was in this. 50 didn't leave the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So the mixtape run and then Get Rich, he does get rich in no time because he's a machine. And then it's like, nigga, you're a superstar. We need you to do water. We need you to sell halter tops. We need you to do, like, nigga, we need to do all that.
Revamp Reebok.
Nigga, that alone is enough to take the year off.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, how did we even get there? What were we talking about? Damn, how did we get
It wasn't Caitlyn, was it?
It was Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was from Caitlyn.
#1 podcast. Who else can do this? Who else can do this? That's all I'm saying.
Caitlyn the 50.
Caitlyn the 50 is crazy. But what is Caitlyn sitting around doing at the house and goes, I'm about to run for governor of California. I could win this shit. That says something about California, not Caitlyn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, California should be the one that you should win in. It ain't gonna be Texas.
Bro, we let Arnold be the governor. With straight faces. What's Arnold Schwarzenegger doing right now, y'all? If you had to guess.
I'm gonna say he's making an omelet.
11 eggs? What 11? An 11 egg omelet? No, seriously. Arnold was just like, all right, y'all, thanks.
Well, he made his run on reruns already. Like, he did the Terminator, he did the Rambo.
Oh, after the governor?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay. So he did.
He's in the next Expendables.
Okay.
He showed Will how to do the make the younger self, because Terminator did the younger.
That's right. That's right.
So that's how he got Gemini Man.
So Caitlyn runs for governor, and then wins. Politics is officially dead, right? If that happens, we don't have to keep pretending with politics if Caitlyn wins.
I mean, it's a popularity game, so it's just like back when you used to vote on like who's the most likely to succeed and all them things, like most best dressed and all that shit. Like, that's all politics is.
But no one can hold my feet to the fire and tell me to care about none of this shit, though.
No, they still
I would hope.
will. They'll still try to.
I would
Will
hope.
they? That's the part that I'm worried about. It's like, whether they can or not ain't the issue. If they'll still try after Caitlyn Jenner becomes the governor of California is the thing that bothers me, I think. Whether they can, cool. What the idea that they would still try is terrifying, though, on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
We let Trump do his thing as a president. Kamala and Joe Biden is on a whole different type of time right now. Tim Scott, that nigga is wilding. And Caitlyn about to strut herself out here and run for governor. And y'all want me to be like, democracy. Nah, man, I'm good.
Hey, that whole thing that Monty just said sounds like everybody's going batshit crazy.
It feels that. I'm sorry,
this is
y'all.
the Twilight Zone for
It
real.
feels that way. It feels that, and that's not even trying to be like tongue in cheek, bro. I feel like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Looking at it and then having people I consider sane beings go, you need to do. I'm like, what?
I will use my vote for The Rock, though.
Oh, if we go, that's the point. If we going full there, let's just go.
Yeah.
But don't roll out no B-list celebrity. Don't roll out Donald Trump, my nigga. If you gonna go there and get somebody sick, go get somebody sick.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. And then don't try to package it as something else. It's pure popularity contest. We don't know. This person don't know nothing about policies, know nothing. We're not even gonna pretend with y'all.
That happened, and I really believe that he has been here before.
Man.
Because he has been the most efficient with his time.
You talking about
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne? Yeah, I wasn't gonna say Rock. I was like, you mean Dwayne?
Yeah, Dwayne.
You mean Dwayne?
Dwayne.
So, Teen's hilarious and goes, "Yeah, fam, you be in them streets. Nigga, I be in the studio." But then where we pull up on Dylan, Neek, and the girls who watching. They're not caught up on This Is Us. I'm caught up. Yeah, you be in them streets, and Dylan was like, "Watching This Is Us is in the streets."
That's a new street.
It made it hella funny. It was like, oh, women's damn near still don't get it. Like, niggas don't be on shit at all.
Not a damn
at
thing.
all. It's like, nigga, where you was at? You ain't answered the phone. I definitely was watching This Is Us. Exterminate all the brutes. I needed to turn the phone off for that. I didn't need to be interrupted.
Bro, y'all got through?
Yeah, shit.
Man. Tell me that's not the most dense doc that it just has to take a moment. Like,
yeah. I picked up my phone and texted a bunch of people to watch it and couldn't even do it. It was like, nah, you got to kind of just stumble on that on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you watch it, you know, like the folks that have seen it or whatever. But yeah, that was a lot to take in at once.
What was it for y'all? I know for me,
His tone.
Okay. Bet.
The militance of that in his tone.
It was the tone, and it was like the approach.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
it was
tone,
real unique.
Approach, and then
And inserting yourself too, so you made it relatable because it wasn't like I'm separate from this. No, also I'm gonna give you my story within it.
Yep.
On why I am approved to tell this story, basically.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And to also let them know, like, I'm not telling you opinion.
Mm-hmm.
These are facts.
These are facts.
Yeah.
This is date, time. This is from this person's journal.
Yeah.
The motherfucker that you guys think is a hero, this is his journal.
His journal. Telling you the sick shit he was on.
The coldest visual to me was looking at North America as like in its tribes and seeing and watching it flame and how much execution was taking place in order to give us the states that we have right now.
Yeah.
Like how much land was actually conquered.
Yeah.
Is nuts looking at it visually.
When they do the time lapses of when they do the time lapses of like the Holocaust and shit, like and lynchings, and like they just do them side by side, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, the visual of the giving the white bro the bath and then sitting back and then looking out the window at your people on the rope. Bro, like everything was thorough, bro.
Yeah. Also, when he was showing the pictures from different places in the world and what they've done with genocide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
So
that
much.
shit! Look,
Yeah.
I already get goosebumps just the way he showed them pictures, because it's like he's like, look, he said as soon as I got there, he's like, I've seen this all before, and then for him to just show you, like, here's the receipts.
Yeah, no, so much genocide. So like, it was a book on how much genocide.
Yeah.
One-liners.
Yep.
But
They go ahead, G.
no, but like the no, you go ahead.
The images from around the world, when they do it through the lens of just America, was when it goes, and it's and I know it's a many thing to group together, but it's Caitlyn Jenner running for governor for me. It's like, bro, it's like, we know what this is founded on, right? We know what this is built on, and here is someone depicting it and communicating that clearly, and then it made me start thinking about our history books and how we're taught.
Told from the conqueror. Told from the winner.
Told from the conqueror. God damn it.
And they tried to feed that to us.
Yeah.
And that was my main thing in the interview that I did. Was like, I am so happy that I wasn't so involved in paying attention to those books.
Absolutely.
I was big on essays and like writing and shit like that, but I was not paying attention to what they was telling me about history.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that that's the case. So it ain't so much that I gotta unprogram myself from. Like, that's a thing. And I'm so happy that I'm able to get that information now and actually soak it up and not have like my quarrels with it as if like I was told something different. I don't even know what the fuck they was trying to tell me. You know what I mean? So like by the time I get this information, I'm like, oh, okay, well bet. Like that's information that's vital for what we're trying to do forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's your start point with the correct information, then it only tells you it only improves what your future, what your present and your future is gonna be. You ain't gotta go back too far in history.
Huh.
You should look back at history for real.
I promise you, G, I'm with you, but you don't got to, but you probably should.
You probably should.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, not the shit that they spoon fed you, because they'll make, and that's the problem right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even so much that us as black people don't know our history.
Yeah.
It's that white folks don't know their history. So they over here sitting on their fucking ironclad stoop, thinking that they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps.
Meanwhile, you had a motherfucking training wheels on.
Your entire life.
Huh.
That's the thing for me.
Huh.
It ain't so much us. It's that people out here delusional about their own history.
It's not that how did you say that again? It's not that we need to. I gotta play that back because I don't know how to not have that be the tagline of some sorts. Like, they don't know their history.
They have no clue.
Huh.
They have no clue.
That is wild.
They were told lies just like we were.
Wow.
Hey.
How are you?
Yes.
Wow.
Anywhere.
Elders got to a bar.
I knew you was going to.
It's not so much that we need to learn our history as the white folks don't know theirs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the most damaging shit, bro. That is the most damaging shit because they really out here walking around thinking that they was and is not for one pure, no blood on the hands, and it's after them. So therefore, why are you approaching us about some shit that was prior? Slavery wasn't that bad, and also I didn't do it. But also, I need you to know that you didn't do shit. Like, it wasn't even that joke that you didn't do slavery. You didn't do a thing.
Yeah.
But you reap the benefits of the things that you did not do. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to for me. Black people need to learn their history. But white folks do too. It's hard to hear. But hey, what y'all did for real. And the cold part about that doc is just talking about how war is overall and how it started. Like, Europeans was able to be the victors in these things because they were the first ones to get guns that could shoot from further away.
Yeah. Hey, go handle that. Go kill all of them real quick. Like, literally sending people on missions to go just conquer more land.
When that boat came, and the motherfuckers got taken out, and then they came back with hundreds of boats.
Oh, they tripping over there. Send more. No, I think shout out to HBO for running that.
HBO is killing it.
Yeah.
My hope is that, remember the shit we got shown in like high school history? My high school teacher was the one that showed me the Emmett Till documentary. And shit might have, in a weird, twisted way, saved my life, but it's a whole lot to unpack there because why is this white man showing us this? But, and he wasn't cleared. He almost got fired for it, too.
I get where you're going.
So, how do we get Exterminate All the Brutes to be a part of the curriculum on some level of history, like the education, like the history part of education?
Should be standard.
What?
This is where it's gonna sound bad for me. It should be, but will it? Like when you hear people get angry when you hear about teachers who talk about indigenous people here,
Yeah.
and they're saying like, oh, they weren't all bad, and there is people out there who now get angry about that. Like, no, you got to understand, they had slaves too, and they did.
That's to L's point. They need to learn their history for real. And so, who was that was breaking down the 4? It's either 3 or 4 in the U.S. total publishers that do the textbooks. 4. They control the monopoly that is the production of textbooks. Mm-hmm. So they get to tell the stories that are in the textbooks. True or not, this is what's being pushed.
Hey, we can just mass produce it. We are a distribution center.
Exactly. And we're going to come out with a new textbook each year so we can run it up.
Run it up.
History get further and further away.
Yeah.
That shit went from being an entire textbook down to one line. It was some bad shit that took place back then.
Yeah.
Period. On to the next thing. Hey, we were doing some amazing shit, y'all.
Who's next?
We brought y'all peanut butter. We got y'all light bulb.
Let's see. We're almost out of here. SpaceX. Is it too soon to say it's a success? 2 of the astronauts have since returned. I believe that was that last night or night before last. The second one arrived, 6.5 hours. Landed in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm like, I don't know what any of this means other than did it work? Like,
for Elon,
where did they go?
like I said, for Elon, it ain't a success until
he's there.
Till he's on Mars. He done put up the solar panels to melt the ice and get water back. As soon as there's water back on Mars, he's posting pictures.
Yeah, that's what you said, the water, and then he's got to figure out how to get...
So you telling Elon about the Al Sharpton from Mars?
Oh, he's going to Al Sharpton it. Gonna tell everybody to buy Dogecoin.
Hey.
And then he's good.
Y'all stop calling people Al Sharpton, but especially Elon Musk.
He gonna have that selfie stick on Mars?
Al Sharpton with a selfie stick is crazy.
Oh, have you heard about the new selfie thing? It's like a little ball, and you turn it on, and it floats up in the air and flies, and it connects to your phone, and then you can just fly it to where you want the selfie to be.
Oh fuck, that is that movie with what's name? What was that shit called? It was with dude Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, he was the billionaire tech guy that they created the cameras that follow you so that nothing happens to you, so they can see all parts of the world at all times because they're always following people. So there's nothing, there's no crime that can take place. There's no random things that could take place to you because these cameras are always on at all times.
On steroids.
They got people awesome. To agree to that shit.
Wow.
While they was really just running it up on data, basically.
And they sell it to you as a selfie.
Poor Tom Hanks, man.
That's the beginning.
He's just out here
that's
trying
how
to
it
act.
starts.
Out here trying to act, and his son is running around making white men matter shirts. As a rapper.
You don't want to hear my conspiracy on this.
On Chet?
No, it's on Tom. Tom's making Chet do that so everybody can forget about all the crazy shit
them
going
goddamn
on
gloves,
him.
Huh?
What is
the
he
gloves? Remember I told you about
goddamn
this
gloves. Hey, the gloves.
I see what you did there.
The gloves are back.
I see what you did there.
The gloves are back.
I see what you did here. Oh man.
He's like, wait a minute, they on to me. Hey, son, come here. You like all this shit?
You think Tom is putting the battery in Chet Hanks's back?
What?
Oh, that just got nasty.
How you think you got that role in your honor?
That just got nasty.
I told you.
Ew.
Do the math.
People say I'm crazy until it makes sense.
Do the math.
Tristan Thompson's still out here wilding. Or is he?
I was just going to say, he's just having fun.
But the crazy thing to me is just Tristan Thompson getting Me Too'd in a whole nother way. Hey, Tristan Thompson fuck me too.
No,
I ain't got no claims besides he was with Chloe and he fucked me too.
It's like that's all he got.
That's comedy, yo.
Oh man.
Really?
Breaking news?
Tom Hanks just recently permanently moved to Greece.
Getting
So
ahead.
he wait, does Greece have extradition? Do we know?
Getting ahead. He ain't gonna be back.
See?
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Look, man.
You did you break the? Did he move to Greece because of you? Lex in his gloves. It was you. It was you.
Hey. Just saying, you
He
guys.
thought nobody was paying attention. Nobody was making the connection.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No one man could be that good.
Damn.
That's
nasty.
I blame you, Lex.
Now
We was for sure getting a Forrest Gump too. Where are they now?
watch when he started posting pictures and seeing gloves in Greece, then you guys are gonna be on some.
What a sicko. What a sicko. How you feeling? We got anything else before we cut? Did we get it all?
I think we good.
Nah, we gotta get that nigga theme music, man.
Maybe you are. Maybe that's what's happening.
Call me, fly you out to Greece.
Fly you out to Greece.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right, bros. I appreciate you guys. Our listenership, thank y'all so much. Some cool announcements coming soon, but we'll let all that stuff, man, like fully develop before we get to it. But some really cool stuff coming up. Do you guys got any updates before we go?
No.
No? Yeah,
No,
you
I
do,
think
but
we
you
did.
ain't saying nothing. It's all right, man. G?
We did work.
All right. Well, it's been another episode of Meet the Brave podcast. We'll see y'all next week.
Love.
Yes.